The words low battery appear right before your eyes. You take off your VR headset and realized your whole life was just a VR simulation which you've been playing for only a few minutes. How do you react? Dude, I suck at this. Post a very strongly worded review on how shitty and boring the game is. I go online and find a walkthrough so I don't fail miserably again. Edit, I don't open Reddit for a day and I've been given metal. Well, since I can afford a VR setup I must be richer in this new life, so I'd be pretty stoked honestly. I'll be amazed how I managed to get fucked up in a game where I'm supposed to be the protagonist. Edit, thanks for the gold and silver. I can't see anyone has mentioned it yet, but there was a Redditor once who actually had this sensation after a concussion. He lived a whole lifetime, came to and realized it wasn't real, and struggled with depression because his wife and children never existed and he missed them so much. I don't know how real it was, but it's hard not to feel pity. Edit, source. I've never had anything to that extent, but I have had some particularly vivid and lengthy dreams that fucked me up for a while after waking up. In particular, I used to have some crazy vivid dreams involving having a happy life with an ex and then would wake up alone. A lot of the other really vivid stuff was more sleep paralysis related and not quite as coherent. I remember that story. Our minds are just interpretation machines and define what is real. The mind F from your whole life being VR would not be good. The real world you woke up to would likely be a horribly depressing one. Well, since apparently you chose to play the game, it's safe to assume that when you quit it, you're at most going to go, dang, this run was going well. Now, where's my replacement battery? Remember, it's actually only been a few minutes, and when you woke up, you'd certainly remember that and all your real memories. Why would you start playing a VR game that was certain to give you a depressing mindfuck? In this hypothetical, you obviously get lost in the game, because we all don't realize it now. Coma dude was literally out for mere minutes, came to on the ground, before getting to the hospital, and had the same issue with disassociated memories. I'm sure going into the game, you weren't expecting to come out of it jaded. Edit, yes, I was speaking directly about the guy in the coma who dreamed up a whole life, and when he came to had depression issues similar to the death of a loved one. If we are to assume the VR simulation is one we are unaware of until we stop playing, I think it could be disastrous on the mind, assuming it works as is currently, which could be a symptom of the simulation, but let's try not to go that deep. I think in a virtual environment like this, you need to retain memories from outside of the game. Otherwise, I believe that once you get out, it would be hard to determine if you are still in a virtual world or a real one. I had a vivid dream that lasted 2 years. I was exhausted from exams and other stuff, so when I was done I slept for like 18 hours straight. In that dream I started dating this girl, finished my degree, and moved across the country. We had an apartment, I had a well-paying job, and things were going really well. Then I woke up and was upset about it for like a week. The most frustrating part for me was I was indeed not done with math classes. I still remember exactly what that girl looks like, and one day I saw someone that looked nearly identical. I don't believe in any higher meaning or anything, but it was definitely a mindfuck. Edit, for those who asked and want to know, no, I didn't talk to her. Hey, I saw you in a dream where we dated for 2 years isn't the greatest pickup line. Oh my god, I'm free. Oh my god. It's over. Finally I'm free to live my life, here, in this, reality. I've been given a gift, I can start again, taking what I learned from the experience to better myself and others. This life was indistinguishable from the simulation, but still I will choose to live with the dignity of knowing my life is truly my own again. I take a moment to examine myself. I touch my fleshy fingertips to the scales of my foul flesh. A large sack of fat tissue encompasses my body. Oh, no. How long was I in there? And this, what is this? I ask, as I yank the tubes from my swollen red arm. What happened to me? This is what I really am. Huh. I'll just have to turn some things around. I can do it. I take a look at my surroundings. I'm in a minuscule room with nothing but my chair and a metal door. This is awful. Have I really been plugged in this whole time? A little exercise will help. I try to pull myself up to my feet, but end up simply pulling myself into the cold, filthy carpet of my dwelling. My legs, oh my god, my legs are gone. I examine them, they've been amputated. I try so hard to remember the time before the simulation, but it's no use. That was so long ago. Right? I try to remember, a family? A friend? Anyone. I drag myself to the door and push it ajar. The sight I behold is difficult to describe. To the left and right of my chamber is a line of others that stretch as far as I can see. And beyond that is nothing. Collapsing buildings. Dried up riverbeds. Mounds of garbage left to decay, leaving only the non-degradable filth behind. Dirt devoid of grass, or life for that matter. There is no one. It's pitch black. Only an enormous rubbled moon reflecting a blinding light from the sun. I stare in awe and horror. Then, the ambient temperature begins to rise very quickly. I easily break a sweat. Peeking over the horizon is the sunrise. I watch as Earth's sun raises itself above the jagged horizon of derelict buildings and craters. The sun slowly encompasses the entire sky, easily 1,000 times larger than it should be. It's blood red. As my skin begins to blister painfully, I drag myself back inside as quickly as I can, and I slam the chamber closed. I pull myself into my seat and slip the goggles on again. Vertical bar simulation 223 vertical bracket sim time duration 84 years real time duration 180 seconds. Would you like to begin? Yes. You've made it to the end of the video, you absolute madlad. Like, comment and subscribe for more Reddit content.